Though Lichtenstein didn't care to sample its atmosphere, he did send his assistant to photograph the architecture. This is as far from the disposable Green Street mural as you can get. It's for constant display to generations of passengers. The 10-foot maquette will eventually be magnified 5 times and transferred to porcelain on enamel. It's a combination of the design motifs of the old station with cartoonized science fiction images. The subway carriages become rocket ships. The dispatcher turns into a kind of Buck Rogers. The content of this mural is reflected in his current paintings, which feature cartoon characters like Donald Duck and Wonder Woman. But though Lichtenstein's journey through art history has finally returned him to his comic book subject of the 60s, his ideas about composition have developed over the years, and his new pictures have a different, almost deconstructed look.
I was photographing a print of somebody's. It was a very dark print, and so it acted a little bit like a mirror, and I kept getting reflections of windows and all sorts of things. I couldn't get rid of it. I just wanted a kind of document of it. And then I thought, well, you know, this is a pretty good idea maybe to photograph things with reflections, because it's what most people try not to do. And then, I don't know why it didn't occur to me immediately, but to do it in painting would be a funnier idea. And I thought of that. Jumped out of bed and got a postcard of a painting and collaged some reflections on it, and that sort of started it. It's supposed to be a painting that's framed and matted and has glass in front of it, and you can't really quite see the painting. And that way you could kind of be selective about what you wanted to show up. The reflection would allow you to do anything at all. I mean, it can be any color or any texture, so long as it vaguely reminds you of a reflection. It's just a way of composing, and then it also refers to painting, not in this sort of profound way maybe that a brushstroke or canvas texture, which I use, refers to canvas, and brushstrokes to paint and all of that. But to round it all off, to have glass on it, is just another idea that's referential, again, to painting itself.
Since you emerged as a pop artist, your style has remained consistent and constant as well. The heavy black outlines, primary colors, stenciled Ben-Day dots. Do you feel that you've, having arrived at that, invented that, developed that, almost in a few months or a year or so, that you've been enthralled to that ever since?
I've made sort of desperate attempts to change, because I would love to think of something equally important that would work. I've used it, you know, as I said, in conjunction with real brushstrokes, things like that. Once in a while, the shape will be modulated, but in general, it's remained essentially the same. I think if left to my own devices, I do this 7 days a week, and I'm happy in my playpen.